Your child had another 2-hour meltdown last night, but when somebody asked how things were going at home, you smiled and said, "We're good." Okay, sis. Now, I know that "we're good" comment from anywhere because growing up, one thing was understood. Whatever happens in this house stays in this house. It didn't matter if something happened that scared you, confused you, or embarrassed you, or it just didn't feel right. You didn't go outside telling people what was going on in your house because that right there was family business. And after a while, nobody had to even remind you. You learned to walk outside, go to school, talk to your friends, laugh, and never mention what was happening behind that front door. But what we don't always think about is how this mentality affects us as adults. So now that you're all grown up and now it's your house and your child is struggling, I mean, maybe your 10-year-old has started having these huge outbursts at homes, screaming, throwing things, crying, slamming doors. And then right after, they completely shut down. And this isn't like a one-time thing. This is happening too often. So now you're exhausted. You're scared because you don't understand what's happening. And if we're going to be real, some days you feel completely helpless. So you got these thoughts in your head saying, what am I doing wrong? Why can't I handle my own child? What are people going to think if they know what's happening in this house? And one day you're out on a stroll, you run into one of your friends and they ask you, how are things with you and your child? And you have an open opportunity to tell the truth. You could say, actually, I'm struggling. Something has changed and I don't even know what the hell is going on with my child. But instead you say, we're good. And you go home carrying that pressure all on your back, all by yourself again. Sis, I want you to think about something. Who taught you that asking for help meant that you have to tell your business? Because those two are not the same. And this is where that old message can quietly follow us into motherhood. You can be used to protecting what happens inside your home that you don't even realize you're also protecting the very thing you need help understanding. And when somebody does notice, a teacher could ask a question, a family member mentioned something, someone said something, right? Someone say, have you thought about getting support for your child? And now all of a sudden you're defensive. My child isn't crazy. We're fine. I'm good. I can handle my child on my own. But later that night, you're laying in bed thinking about the exact same behavior that everybody's been noticing. I'm going to need you to really think about this because sometimes second guessing yourself doesn't look like I don't trust myself. Sometimes it looks like saying, I can handle this all by myself. While something inside of you has been asking, begging for help for months. So I want you to really sit with this. When you don't tell somebody what's actually happening with your child, are you protecting your privacy or are you afraid of what asking for help might mean about you as a mom? Because that right there is a difficult one to swallow, right? And you deserve to know which one you're doing. Let me put you onto something. Finding your voice doesn't mean everybody get access to your business. It means you get to decide when something you're seeing with your child deserves a question, a conversation, or support, without the shame making that decision for you. Hit the follow button, save this, and send it to a mom who always says we're good, even when you know she's carrying a whole lot more than what she's saying.